All right, today we were working on a Kohler Comman Pro motor. We're going to swap out the carburetor. This one's on a Bobcat zero turn, and I've already gone ahead and loosened everything up so we can make this real speedy, just so you can understand what's involved with taking this carburetor off. Now, this air filter assembly mounts up here on this bracket. I had already taken this off, but basically all you're going to do is loosen this nut up right here, and this will spread. You'll be able to pull that air filter out of there, and this hose here you would disconnect from the top of your carburetor port there and just set that aside. All right, next you're going to have a bolt here and a bolt here. Well, these are screws on each side of your mounting bracket here. That's going to have to come off, so you take those two screws off, and if you come below, there's going to be two more in this bracket on each side of the carburetor here. They have to come off. That will allow you to remove this whole bracket. Okay, now you're down to the carburetor here. You're going to have two nuts right here. These were already loosened to speed up the video, so we're going to take those off. You can see that it's loose now, but what we're going to go ahead and do, they have this whole bracket around the carburetor here. There's going to be 4 bolts, one at the top and bottom on each side. You're going to want to go ahead and take those off, because we want to get that bracket off of the carburetor here. Now you can see the bracket is loose, so what you're going to want to do to get this off of here is pull it up out of there. To do it one hand here, you're going to need to turn it sideways like that and pull it up off of the carburetor there. We have a line coming here to the top. We want to pull this hose off, and that allows us to pull this back and forth. But as you can see, we're hitting the rail here. As you want to pull this forward. Now these studs that are running through this whole thing, get yourself a pair of pliers, and you want to turn these to the left, and you want to back them out. Just put your pliers on that stud, start turning them, and you want to back those studs out of there. Okay, now that they're backed out, you can slide this whole thing forward here, kind of tilt up and pull it straight out. All right, now your carburetor's loose. What you want to watch is there's a gasket back here, and there's normally a gasket right here. I don't know why there's not, but you're going to have a gasket back here which already fell down. All right, hopefully you're replacing this with your new carburetor. If not, if this is good, keep it in a safe spot, because you're going to want to put that back on. Over on this side of the carburetor, you're going to have your fuel line coming in here with a little clip on it. You want to just compress that. All right, that fuel line's off. Now you're going to have this red wire here, which goes to the bottom of your carburetor bowl there. You just want to disconnect that. Next, you're going to have this wire coming up to the top here. Get a flathead or a Phillips head. The Phillips head usually strips, so I use a flathead. All right. Next, you're going to have your choke mechanism here, which connected up here usually, but it was broken on this. But you're going to have to disconnect it from up here in order to free that up. There's usually a little black plastic clip on there. You want to pull that out of there. And you're going to have this final linkage over here, which you can see has a little tiny spring running alongside the linkage there. You can pretty much turn your carburetor sideways at this point and pull up on that, like so. And our little spring is still connected there. Just pull that out with your fingers. And that will allow you to slide your carburetor right out. And repeat process to put in, but that's how you get them out. Alright, so hopefully this helps, and please hit subscribe below. Give me a like. See you guys next time.